We're looking at how to match existing mortars in walls, stone walls, brick walls, block walls or whatever. We get a lot of inquiries about how do I get the same colour. Well, there's a number of different ways and it's basically just trial and error really. You'll see here I've got some Everbuild's mortar tone, powder mortar tone, red, buff and black. So they're the three I have down in front of me. Behind them I've got 4 samples of mortar and another 3 behind. So I'll explain what we've done. These 3 here are straightforward sand and cement mix. In this particular case that was a 4-to-1 mix with red dye, black dye and yellow dye. The important thing to remember when you're using mortar tone is to mix the dye with the cement before you put it into the mix. So you mix the dye and the cement dry, mix it all up and then put it into the mix, and the distribution then is much more even throughout the mix. The mortar toners themselves, you can read the instructions because they're all slightly different, but it normally works out for a lightish colour. This is quite dark, okay? So that's about 2 kilograms of toner into 50 kilograms of cement, or 1 kilogram per 25 kilogram bag. So that's the darker colour, so that's a kilogram of toner into a 25 kilogram bag of cement. Less toner gives you a lighter colour. Now, behind that we have different sand and cement mixes. This is a 2-to-1 mix on my left, your right hand side. 3-to-1, 3 sand, 1 cement, 4 sand, 1 cement, 5 sand, 1 cement. So you can see there's a very slight variation as we move up in sand content versus cement content. We do these, we measure it carefully. On site we would have a large version of this. These are called gauge boxes. We use little tubs, so that's 1 sand, 1 cement. If you just wanted to use a little bit, we've even used a teaspoon to measure 3 sand, for example, 1 cement. As long as they're even, it doesn't matter. Let it dry, it will give you an example of the colour. It's no good doing it when it's wet because it will be darker. So wait for it to dry, hold it against the brickwork you want to match, and then we can have a mixture of sand and cement and toner. So we have here, this is a yellow toner mixed at 2-to-1, and this is a yellow toner mixed at 5-to-1. So you can see the colours slightly different. The more sand, i.e. less cement, the slightly darker the colour comes out. And if you rub it, you can see, I don't know if the camera can zoom in on that, but you can see the colour you're going to get. This is yellow and black and a 2-to-1 mix. So really what I'm trying to say is that the possibilities using the toner and the different cement mixes are endless. You can make variations of it. So have an experiment at home. And you'll be getting closer to the colour that you really want to achieve, and you can end up, then you won't end up with a mismatching mortar bed as you've seen in the close-up shot. And the final thing that we can do is, this has its own separate video. This is called Bevington's weathering tin. It's a really straightforward process. You put the fluid in the tub, adding various amounts of water to weaken it. Using a paintbrush, you can paint on the mortar joints, and that will help you match any colour you like. So please go and have a look at our separate video on Bevington's weathering tint. And between the weathering tint, the Everbuild toners and the different sands and cements, the permutations are absolutely endless.